would I hold off opening this box just because I had something exciting for me that may not be so exciting for you? Why, yes. Yes, I would. I would very much. So hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug says, save the drama for your llama. It even has a llama. Picked up for me by my daughter, I don't even know how long ago. Probably back at the Oxford apartments where we're not, we've been in our new place for her quote-unquote new place. We just signed our 3rd lease, so yeah, we've been here for 2 years. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, in the llama mug is the Casting Whimsy Wonderland Butterfly Pea and Apple Herbal Blend. Isn't it amazing that I can read without having to lift up the glasses? This has organic apple pieces, organic lemongrass, butterfly pea flower, organic raspberry leaf, rose petals, and oat straw. So this came from an old Sip Spy. I was really surprised. I'm using one of my, teaspoons, steeping spoons, and I was really very surprised. I thought that I'd be using everything in here, but no, I think there's almost enough in here for another cup. How's that for crazy? I like my tea strong, y'all know that. Anyway, let's give this a sip so we can go ahead and get started. Just a touch over sugared. She's working on everything else. So hopefully by the end of this, we all know how that goes. We do the look first and we come back and do the opening. Then yeah, hopefully by the end of all this, we will have a much more developed flavor. All right, so you all know that I love my ice cream. So that's what we're going to be opening and using for this look today. But I had to show off the new glasses. I didn't think I'd be able to get new glasses. The last time I got new glasses, I got one pair. And they were $800 because my eyesight is really poor. And I have an astigmatism. And I have trifocals. These are from Zenny. I have never spent less than $225 or $250 on glasses ever in my life. My parents may have done it when I was little. But once I started getting bifocals and trifocals and all that stuff, I figured that shit was out the window. It was done. Nope. These were less than 125. I believe they're just under 125. I am thrilled. They do have a bit of a purple coating cast on them. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it. But, yeah, I can read now. I can read the things, and that is really exciting. So for me, anyway, we're going to put the box down. We threw out the old glasses. We don't need them anymore. It's so exciting. Those glasses were at least 6 years old, probably older, because of how much my glasses cost. At any rate, I'm just thrilled to be able to finally go. And the optometrist was amazing. She did the little flippy thing. She only did it like 4, maybe 5 times. Most of the optometrists I've been with in the past are doing that forever, and they still can't apparently get my prescription right, because this, with her 4 or 5 times, is the best prescription I've ever had. I feel like I could start driving in these again. I haven't driven in at least 5 years. I feel like I could start driving again. I probably won't, but I feel like I can. It's so free. Anyway, we are going to get on. If you're interested in the look, in the box, and all the things, just keep on watching. So we can finally get into this. I got to tell you, even though I had decided to wait to open this until I got the glasses, It's a good thing this past week was so damn busy that I'm even late on my It's New, because I would have opened it earlier. You all know how I feel about my ice cream box. I love this box. I know it's not customizable, and so that might turn some people off, but I love it. All right, so our theme is May Sunday mornings. We're not going to read that, which I actually can. Anyway, the new classes have me so thrilled. All right, so getting right in, we have the first item is the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream. This is in Grace. BB creams, aren't they supposed to be tinted? I think that's kind of a risk for them to take. There's the box. Because it's not customizable if you don't know what skin tone your people are. Oh, that's nice. I've liked the things that I've gotten from Gerard Cosmetics. That's nice. And they've got it safety sealed. That's kind of cool. Let's open this up. Our poor cooler. Just going at it. All right, you know what? Just going to use the knife and cut across this. Let's see if we can use, there we go. All righty. This is in Grace. If you are white, I'm going to be really unhappy. Oh, it doesn't feel like there's a lot in the tube. This is an interesting way to do this. Okay. Okay, the air is being pumped out. Once we have no air, we should get stuff. Okay, I'm hearing it. All right, so it's not white. Oh, this is like, it's a facial cream. Under foundation or over moisturizer. Okay. I see. I see. Don't know how I feel about it, but I see. I see. You know how it goes. We're going to go ahead and give it a try. But that might do something under my powder. I have never seen these things actually do much underneath a liquid foundation. So it's because like the liquid foundations I use are medium, and I don't think that these really do much for that. Anyway, digging back in. Our next one is from Appeal. The Bell Liner Next Level. The color looks like one of those that I would use on... really, dudes? Trying to figure out where the end of this is. Where is the end of your protective covering? There it is. This looks like something that I would look on the edge, put on the edge of something that is a little lighter, and I need something kind of to just define the edge. It wouldn't actually do anything for the color of the lipstick, but it would define the edge for me, the edge of my lips. So well, that's not a bad color. That's not bad. It's not horrendously bright. I mean, it's not a nice deep berry. Y'all know I love the nice deep berries, but it's workable. So that's number 2. Getting in, number 3. Number 3 is another Gerard. Color Your Smile in Salmon. Salmon. That brings to me an orangey pink. Are you going to be orangey pink? Please don't be orangey pink. I don't want to be orangey pink. Oh dear. I'm catching a theme here. Not sure how I feel about it, but I'm catching a theme here. I did bring 2 different tops just in case. We are, oh my God. I don't know, folks. That's really orange. This could be a color adjuster for me, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, we'll peel off the thing off the mirror. They always include a mirror. I don't know. Orangey pink. It doesn't go with the lip liner at all. Oh, God. Okay, so it's more of a gloss. It has a glossy feel. It's just a gloss with color. Okay. We did want colorful stuff from this, right? This is definitely colorful. It's just a little bit out of my comfort zone. Okay, and next we have another one of those loose pigments that I don't use much. Oh, you look like you're pretty though. Of course, this is from Charmacy. No, this is from Beauty Moon. Ooh. Ooh. She says as she tries to figure out where the heck everything is on this to open it. I'm opening it over the box. There we go. I'm opening it over the box. It is safety sealed. Oh, wow. She's pretty purple. These colors are not going together for me. We've got a pretty purple. We've got a berry. We've got an orange. Very strange. This color combination is very strange. All right, I'm going to take some off this little safety seal lid, if I can. No, I think I'm going to have to get some out of the container because it really didn't do anything. So let's get some out of the container. It may be more of a topper. It's coming up on my finger like more of a topper. The color is gorgeous. But definitely, you can't even see it. Oh, come on. Give me some color. Oh, there, it's kind of there. Yeah, that's more of a topper. Interesting. 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 All right, before I get into this palette, we've got 4 items out, so that should be it. But sometimes they include something else. Nope, they've got a palette. The palette is the last item, which is fine. It's not a palette I would have ordered. It has been on our, it's new. And it will give me a chance to try this brand, because I don't think I've tried this brand, and figure out if I want to try anything else from them. And that's DD Signatures, The Ultimate Cappuccino. And I do believe that I said when I put this up on It's New that I was kind of confused at the colors that they put in this palette, which is fine. We're going to move our box out of the way. Move the box. Okay, so there's our palette. No, of course. Give me a minute, folks. I've got, yeah. I don't know. Can you see it there? She broken. She's broken. I'm pressing it. Give me a minute. The edges are not pressing together very well. Don't play with my box, kitten. Okay. We have pressed it. I'm not going to ask for a new palette. This is not a palette I would have purchased. I don't know if I will be keeping it. If I don't keep it, it'll probably go to my daughter. That's a beautiful color, though. That's gorgeous. All right, we're going to take very quickly. That's on top of the protector. There's a mirror in the palette. I'm being very careful, folks. I'm trying to be very careful. I don't know why my stuff keeps getting broken. At least that they're usually very responsive when you do have something broken. All right, let's swatch some of these other colors that might be usable for me. And then I'm going to go prep my face. Oh, well, we're going to talk about the prices and stuff. We're going to go, then I'm going to go prep my face and we'll try this. All right, so we've got, okay, I'm going to try the darker browns because I don't think the Frappuccino, I'm trying to be careful. Can I flip this? I don't think the Frappuccino or the French Vanilla will do very well on my face. Hey, don't chew up the box. Leave the box alone, my cat. But we're going to go ahead and try this mocha. Quite a few less browns in here than I thought there were. We're going to try the hot chocolate. Hazelnut. The yellow is a really good thing to try. And then there is Americano, which is another shimmery shade. So those are our shades. Let's go ahead and give these a try and see. Oh, that one's not going to work. That's pretty. Oh, the yellow came out nice. Look at that. Okay, I may have to change my mind about this palette. Wow. There are a number of shades in here I cannot use, but a yellow coming up that good. The brown, I'm not gonna hold it against them. It's a brown. I could use that for, like, contour or something. On a day when I don't want to use heavy, deep colored contour, for a day look. Something like that. Eyeshadows are very versatile for that kind of thing. That's so pretty. Anyway, so the Sunday mornings thing. So we've got the Ultimate Cappuccino palette by DD Signature. This is $34. This palette features, do you like me reading with my glasses on? I don't have to take them off to read anything. I'm sorry. I'm so thrilled with the new glasses. Granted, it's not completely Zenny's doing, although it's partly Zenny's doing. But the optometrist I went to this last time was absolutely fantastic. She didn't take forever to figure out where my eyesight was, and it's been amazing to actually be able to look around and read shit. Okay? Anyway, this palette features the newly reformulated mattes by DD Signature. DD Signature is a woman of color and a US-based beauty brand. I didn't know that part. And if it performs like this on my eyes, or close to this on my eyes, we will be buying from them again when they have something we're interested in. That features a wide variety of signature palettes. We are so happy to be able to feature this newly launched palette so that all of you can try their amazing formulas. This palette features 8 mattes, 2 duochromes, and 2 metallics. And I think we've tried both a metallic and a duochrome, so that's neat. All right, so that's $34. Is that worth that? If they all perform fairly well like this, then yeah, probably. We also have BB Plus Illumination Cream by Gerard Cosmetics. This is $36. I have mentioned before that I think Gerard Cosmetics is just a touch overpriced. $30 I think would probably do for something like this. But then again, this is not something I would purchase for myself, right? Important note for manufacturer: in order to get the air pump to work correctly, you will need to unscrew the cap and push the product up until it appears in the neck. I just let the air go out. Anyway, and screw the cap back on and then shake the tube well. It may come out a little watery at first, but this is normal. It may take a few pumps to get the vacuum working, and that's fine. But there. The illumination cream. There's more. This innovative product can be used as an anti-aging primer. Okay. So I guess I should use this instead of my regular primer? Okay, We'll try. To prepare and illuminate the skin, mixed in with your foundation or tinted moisturizer for a radiant, luminous glow. Used as a liquid highlighter, used to improve overall body glow, mixed with your favorite lotion to give arms, legs, and collarbones a gorgeous glowing vision. Okay, so this is basically a mixer that needs to be mixed that I didn't do, but we'll do that. We'll try it as a primer. The less I have on my face, the better. Loose Duochrome Pigment by Beauty Moon Cosmetics, $10. This is a loose duochrome pigment that shifts from a light purple to a very light blue. It is very sparkly. It is an absolute stunning shade and goes on beautifully as an eyeshadow topper, or if you're feeling a little more adventurous, you can use it as a highlighter. All right, so that definitely fits with my experience of what we've got going on here. It's more of a topper shade. That's going to be interesting. Next Level Gel Liner by Appeal, 21. Definitely overpriced. Liners do not need to be that expensive. This gel liner is safe to be used as lip liner and eyeliner. It can be used all over your lips to line them, or for an added pop of color to your eyes. This matte, smudge-proof, and smudge-proof and long-wearing. Like I said, 21 is a little high to me. It's a pencil, folks. You can get nice pencils for a lot less, but $21. And then Gerard Color Your Smile Lip Gloss by Gerard, $24. I could see it at 20. But anyway, this revolutionary product is designed to bring glamour and ease to your beauty routine. Available in a stunning array of shades, these lip glosses come in two irresistible textures, semi-sheer and sparkling for a luminous finish. I think we got more semi-sheer. No sparkles. Or a highly pigmented opaque color, such as a rich as a liquid lipstick. Okay. So we got the supposedly sparkly one. I don't see sparkles. That's fine. I think. That could be the lip color kind of thing. Anyway, again, like I said, you know, they're always just a little bit too high. $20. I can see 20. It says here 24. Total value of the box. So we've got 34 and 36. That's 70, 90, 101, 125. And I only spent $25 on it. So I'm not unhappy with that. I am going to go and prep my face and get things started. And then we will come back and try the things. We'll try the things. We're going to try some things. Okay, even their shimmers are sticking. All right. I'm definitely going to be looking for something else from DD Signature, I think. I might be able to figure out ways to use this palette, but now I've got sparkly all over the back of my hand. I might be able to figure something else to do with it. This palette, most of these colors, well, we'll see. I will figure this shit out. I usually do. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop saying okay. All right. I'm going to go finish it like I said and take care of my face, and we will do the things. I'm going to go do the things. All right. So I have a plan. Kind of. Haven't figured out where I'm using this yet. It's probably going to end up being the highlighter because I can't see it for the look that I'm going to be trying to put together with this palette. I did use this, and one of the things I do with my primers is I hit them with setting spray when I'm done, and they usually form a nice tacky surface, which is what this has done. So it can be used as a primer. I don't know if it's done much on giving me, I guess it's given me a slight glow. I don't know how that's going to survive the foundation, my powder foundation that I've been using lately. But we'll see. We'll see on that. Okay. Also, part of it went over. I'm still using the Zisa that we got previously, color corrector. I'm still using that around my nose and on my upper cheekbones. And it seems to have not interacted poorly with that either. So this is nice. This is good, right? Like I said, we've got kind of a plan. Cross our fingers it works. I've picked out a lipstick to go under the gloss. So we've got kind of a plan. All right, so we are going to start with, I really am nervous about this color coming out. But like I said, I'm not going to rush and replace this palette. I think the only color that I would want more of is this one here, and it did not break, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, we're going to start with Hazelnut underneath the brow, and then we're going to use the color Macchiato from the crease up, the way I do. I do know that I'm pretty sure some people think I probably use too many colors, but at least it gives you a wide variety of things to look at in the palette, right? Right? All right, so this is going under the brow. Hi, you are nice and bright, and there. That was one tap, folks. Do you guys, are you willing to take bets whether or not it's going to stand up to my inner eyes? My eyes are going to be much more irritated this time, I think. Like I said, this week was a busy week, so I have put on makeup quite a bit more than usual. Because we've gone out places and done things, and yeah, we'll see how my eyes react. That came up fairly decently. All right, so we're going to get a clean brush, and we're going to tap into Macchiato here, and go on the outer edge. Oh, Macchiato's being a little bit more fussy. There we go. We got some color now. Oh, we got some color now. She's struggling to blend just a little bit. But keep at it. There we go. And these circles are helping to get it all blended in, so it's not like a harsh line. Yeah, I'm already starting to lose some of my normal eye primer here. It is going to be one of those days, folks. But I did not do any filming this weekend, so I've got to get shit done. So we're going to continue forward to get the shit done. All right, next, I'm going to have to put on some of the Moira glitter primer. I think I've mentioned in the past that I've tried the NYX glitter glue stuff, and it doesn't, this is actually better than that. Now, we're going to go 2/3 across the eye. Well, you know what? We'll do the corner and then see how the center does. That's what we'll do. That's what we do with everybody else, right? So we'll just do our inner corner. I was going to go 2/3 across the eye. We'll just do our inner corner to about 1/3 of the way in. Yeah, this is pulling up that stuff. I mean, it usually pulls up some of it, but this is like pulling up a lot of it. My eyes are not happy with all of the activity this week. So, this palette's almost halfway, but that's fine. This palette is going to be challenged. It's not fair, but it's my eyes, right? All right, so we're going to set that aside. That's going to be used a little later. I hadn't dampened my brush before, my sponge tip before we try. I've pretty much given up. We'll see how this this repairs later, but I've pretty much given up on trying anything with the initial tryout with the brushes. All right, so we're going to start with Latte. God, that's pretty. She's taking me a little bit of work. That's fine. I'm also trying to make sure I have enough on there. It's kind of building up in the middle of the sponge tip. So, and then we're going to put that in. Come on. She's a pretty color. Give me some of this edge. Right? Okay. Yeah, we are falling apart in that inner corner. It is not happy. I am actually going to go ahead and test this out with a brush very quickly. These Luxie brushes are perfect for these inner corner kind of things. You can't even see that there because my skin. And we're going to try it dry Is it picking anything up? A little bit. Get this. Alright, so I see it kind of moving around on the top. But because the brush was dry, it didn't pick up a lot. So the inner corner where I'm having the most problem right now isn't seeing anything. So we're going to go ahead and get the brush damp. I'm sure you all heard that sigh. Because you know my eyes. It's still not picking up well with a brush. So not as good a formula as, say, Nomad or Cosmic. Yeah, I'm going to have to stick with the sponge tip for this. That is unfortunate. It might repair better later, but it is not doing much now. And it's refusing to stick to that inner corner the way I want. But that's my eyes, right? That's my eyes. All right, so now that we know brushes may not even do for repair, we're going to stick with our sponge tip. We're going to get the other side wet. And we're going to take that color. You all knew this one was coming. You're going to take that color Americano and put that across the middle of our lid. You all knew that was coming, right? You knew that was coming. I hope you knew that was coming. We're going to put this actually completely across the lid. How's that for fun? I have a number of colors in here that I could use probably on that back corner, but they wouldn't fit really with the look. So it is blending nicely into its neighbor. Oh, that's pretty. It's not a normal combination for me. When I use yellows and oranges, I generally tend to mix them in with some greens and some blues and things like that. Because of my skin tone, the yellows and oranges can, they may not give me the kind of definition I'm looking for my eyes. All right, so all the way across. New glasses don't make me less blind for doing the actual makeup work. That's pretty. Okay, so as I noted, we like putting other colors in there. We are going to see if we can actually pick up any of this caramel French toast and put it up in the crease up here, or do the point. Sometimes these things do pick up better when you use the end of your brush like this versus going on the side of the brush. So let's see what happens here. Wow. She's working in there. I probably could have put that green on the end. I thought about it. Don't worry, we're going to break up the shiny. You'll note that I'm not going nearly as far in. We're going to go further in with hot chocolate in a little bit. So I'm just keeping it up across the top and going back a bit. And then we do our thing to smooth it out. I'm going to grab the tip of this other brush, put it in the very edge. It's a flat brush. Put it in the very edge there. And just go there like that. give myself a much firmer line. Okay, so now we've hit that part. I just wanted a firmer line there. I think we've done okay. We're not going to go any further than that. Our hot chocolate will. And then we're just going to buff all this out. Buff all this out. I will say the shinies are beautifully shiny. And even though that's a duochrome and it looks to have a black base, what I'm not getting is a bunch of black base. I'm getting the actual blue and the green. And of course now the yellow's peeking through from beneath. So that is nice. Okay, so now I'm going to grab one of the more triangular brushes. We're going to use hot chocolate in the crease to do some defining work. Right? So that is going to go all the way down. Assuming it's even going to go over all of this stuff. Come on. Oh, hot chocolate's being a little stubborn. It's getting in there. But it's mixing in such a way that I can barely see it. It's there. It's giving me my crease line, just not as sharp as I'm used to. Interesting. She's there though. You can see it. That blue-green just wants to take over. It's like, I am here. I am here to stay. This hot chocolate has a nice bit of red to it, which is part of the reason why it can work on my skin. It's not a brown brown. It has a nice bit of other shade in there to help lift the color for me. I'm going to have to clean up along my arch a little bit and a little bit on my inner corner, but not much. Okay, and then I'm going to take another brush and go along this edge. Again, we're buffing out. I'm not trying to mix it further up into that blue-green duochrome so much as I'm just trying to fade out that edge. I think I'm going to add some more of the blue-green duochrome. I can figure out where I have it. There we go. Come here. Nope, that wasn't it. I'm going to add some more of this along the edge. And again, we're buffing it out just to get those colors to blend a little better and to show up a little better individually, right? Buff, 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 buff. I think from the way I'm seeing this color interact with my eyes, I think I'm going to have to go with a black liner. I am not sure a brown or a purple or whatever would work there very well. Anyway, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and finish things up. I will be back. I have to do a lipstick for you. And we're going to try this as a highlighter because I don't see that fitting anywhere on this. I mean, I could try it as a wash across the middle of that orange. We'll try this as a highlighter. I don't work with loose highlighters too much, but we'll work with that as a highlighter. That's what we'll do. All right, so I'm going to go and do the other eye. And then we'll come back and I will put on the powder foundation. I have started using powder foundations. I do have a liquid, but I much prefer the powder foundations. My skin is much less irritated by them. The Laura Geller one I have is doing an amazing job. I don't look old. Nothing looks creasy. So we're just going to try it over powder with powder over it, because powder is what I normally use. And we'll see if this sort of, I don't know, would you call that dewy? This little bit of shine stands up to being powdered, I guess. And then I will go and do the rest of my face and come back in time to put on lipstick. Hope that works for you. Anyway, it's going to be a few for me. About 20 minutes probably, maybe, to get the eye done. Something like that. But for you, told you be just like that. Anyway, so I have applied my concealer, which is the NYX, bear with me, serum concealer. I really like this stuff. It is not a full coverage concealer. It is very, that too. It leans on the sheer side. So I did notice that it is, that glowiness is still there. I think part of that too is that this particular serum, this particular concealer has a bit of a glow to it itself that I've noticed in the past. But I will say, the other thing that I have noticed, hi Sora, using this, is that it further reduced some of the redness that I get despite using the Zisi color corrector. So normally I'll have more redness in here and around my nose, and when I was putting on my concealer, I noticed I didn't have to put on that much. So that is an interesting note. All right, so we are going to go ahead and use the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brightening in medium. This is a beautiful powder foundation. Particularly if you're getting older and you're finding that a lot of liquid stuff is doing more creasing and stuff like that. This is an actual gorgeous foundation to me. So we're going to put this on, and you're not going to, I don't think you're going to see much of a difference in my skin tone, which is optimal. But it does even out things. It does actually give me coverage. When I clean up, I do end up with brown on my wipe or whatever I'm using. So it does add color. But this one is nice and, I don't want to say sheer, but it is fairly sheer. It is not a medium coverage foundation. And I think you could probably build it up, but I also think if you did that, it would end up pretty cakey. I don't know. I don't build it up. I end up very happy with the coverage I get, because basically for me, all I really need is evening my skin tone. I don't have a whole heck of a lot of skin issues these days, other than the redness. And occasionally it does act up for other reasons. But if it's acting up for other reasons, I'm not wearing foundation. Generally speaking, I'm not going anywhere. I try to, wait on filming. If I have anything I need to film, I try to wait on it, because if your skin's already irritated, you don't want to add makeup or whatever and make it even more irritated. So, and even with the powders, I go down the neck and into the shoulder, not into the chest area, but just above the chest area. But anyway. All right, so that's my normal coverage. Gonna look. What do you think? What do you think? I think a hint of that shine is still there. A hint of that light, dewy glowiness is still there. Just a hint of it. But I think it got greatly reduced. So I don't know how this would react with a regular liquid foundation. Even my liquid foundations are sheer now. I like medium coverage, but my skin doesn't. So the other one I have is a serum foundation right now that I would use upon occasion. It's probably getting to the point where I have to throw it out. But at any rate, yeah, I'm not sure how this would interact with. I think if you mixed it, you would get that glow. But as a primer, I don't think you're going to get that glow. I'm not mad at it. I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I find the reducing of the redness around my nose that is persistent despite using color correcting and whatever there is interesting. But I don't think it's worth the price for me for that. I will use this up. I actually am not mad at it. The foundation did seem to reduce that stickiness, which is another thing. So, all right, gonna go finish the rest of my face, and then we'll come back for lipstick. Lipsticks. I picked a dark lipstick to put that orange over because I'm not going orange on my lips. I'm not. Be back. All right, we're going to now try this as a highlighter, which is one of the things they suggested. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this because I don't work with loose pigments much. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip in. Ooh, there's a lot on there. No, not a lot. And I'm going to pat it off a little bit in the lid. And we'll see how this goes. I don't think these colors match with anything, but here we go. She is shiny. She is shiny. And because she's sheer, the colors are not really being as much of a problem as I thought they would be. Interesting. What do you think? I'm going to do the other side. Do you think it does tend to stick in one place more than others? You just got to keep buffing it out to get it out there. Okay. I think because of how sheer it is, I'm not really seeing a lot of that purple pink. Which is fine. She's just glowy. We like glowy. Glowy works. This is a reasonable. If I get in a little closer, I can kind of see the shifting colors. But otherwise, not so much. Okay. Gonna do the lipstick. I am going to apply everything very quickly in silence first. Starting with my primer, then I'll put on my lipstick, then we'll do lip gloss and stuff, and we'll just do it all at once, and then we will talk about the whole thing at the end. I'm gonna show me applying it, and then we're gonna move on from there. So, yeah, orange, which actually would have worked with these colors, but no orange. I will say this is the one thing about the Gerard glosses that I actually don't like is that they are very, very thick to begin with. So this is very thick. You have to do a lot of dipping, so you have to do a lot of cleaning of the brush if you don't want to alter the color. They're very thick, so they take a little bit more work to put on than your standard gloss. It's, you know, that's why I think I like lip tints and lip oils instead, because they tend to not take so much time and dipping in to get enough color to put on. This went on nicely, and the color that we actually ended up matching this, but initially I could see that the lighter raspberry was going on, so it was very nice. All right, so I am going to go very quickly, film my opening, and then we'll come back and talk about everything. Be right back. I figured since we were casting purple at you guys anyway, we would go, why yes, I got 2 pairs of glasses. I got 2 pairs of glasses. Still less than what I would have spent on 1 pair of glasses had I gone the standard route. I am so very happy with Zenny. I am so thrilled, and I'm so thankful that the people, when I was mentioning having trouble affording my glasses and possibly not getting them because we were cutting into the money to get my glasses, people said, oh, you need to try this. And people were so happy with it, and I'm really happy with it. And speaking of happy with, I am generally very pleased with this box. I can't say I'm as thrilled as I am with my Zenny, but I am generally very pleased with this box. Okay, so in order, the BB Plus illumination from Gerard. This is not something I would repurchase. I find it kind of pricey, and I don't think it really survived all that well under, but it performs as an okay primer. It did seem to reduce some of the redness around my nose even more than the ZC stuff did, which is supposed to reduce the redness. So I was really impressed with that, but I would not repurchase it for that reason. I will use it up, however. I do have to... How old are you? Oh my, you are old. No, you're from last year. You're not purple. You're from last year. Last 12 months. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to be throwing this out. So, I don't know. I haven't noticed problems with this, so I'll probably keep using this for now, and then I will get into this and finish this up before I get into my backup of my Moira. But yes, I am more than willing to continue to use this. I'm not mad it was in the box. It's just not something I would repurchase. The loose pigment, it works fine as a highlighter. I don't know if I'll be using it much. I'm going to hang on to it and see what happens. Maybe if I had a more purple look, maybe the purple in my glasses is bringing out the purple a little bit. But you all know I'm not a fan of loose pigments in general. I much prefer stuff that's pressed. Much less a possibility of it going everywhere because I'm a bit of a klutz. I drop shit all the time. I mean, yeah, so I end up making loose pigments of stuff that isn't loose pigments because I drop shit all the time. So this is very pretty. I'll hang on to it a little bit, see if I actually use it for anything. I don't see me using it on my eyes when you're looking at something so sheer, but it's not horrible. So that's 2 that are, they're kind of in the middle of the road. They don't make me unhappy, but they don't give me great joy. I do like the lip liner. The color is workable for me. It was nice and smooth and creamy. It went on very well. It is a sharpening one. You're going to have to sharpen it. But other than that, I mean, it's a lip liner. My only complaint about this is the price. And I can find a lip liner in this color at a much lower price. So, again, wouldn't repurchase it. We'll use it up, though. It's nice. I'm glad this was on the sheerer end. It did adjust our really deep purpley color on our lip to something a bit more brighter and berry, and that's fine. I can continue to use this as a color adjuster. But again, Gerard is, to me, a bit on the pricey side. I could find a lip oil or a lip tint probably for just over half the cost and still end up with the same result. So I would repurchase, but I'm not mad at it. A lot of this boxes, I'm not mad at it. I think my biggest surprise, however, is the palette. Will this become a favorite palette? Not likely. However, it does have enough colors to do its own look for the most part. There were a few things I think I would prefer to have in there because like there was a nice dark green that I could put on the outer corner, but I didn't think it was going to fit with the look that I was going with at the time. So there are some things, but it's only a, what? Well, it's a 12 pan. It honestly could have done without the pink, I think. The green I'm not mad at. And I think this brown could have gone, and we could have gotten some other colors in here that might have worked. Now, all that's, and I'm really kind of impressed with the quality. I'm going to show you the look at this point. We are sort of falling apart in the middle, in the inner corner. I didn't notice a gaping hole before I started this segment of filming. But I have noticed that it is shearing out. But the part that's got me is I've noticed that there's some fade or shearing out across the lid. Now, I don't know if that means that I need to, whenever I use this, their shimmers or duochromes or whatever, I don't know if that means that I'm going to have to put that glitter primer all the way across anywhere I'm intending to use it, or if something else is going on there, because I've never experienced that. I understand that I have hooded lids, and sometimes that brings it up, lifts color up off my lids, but this seemed to be a bit more than what I'm used to in that regard. But here is the look. I did do some correcting where I could, but like I said, it just feels like it's, I'm really going to have to play around and see if those colors are going to do that to me all the time. But if they don't, if it's just a matter of me needing to put primer wherever I'm going to use their shimmers or whatever, then I would be very interested in picking up another palette from DD Signature. The quality was very good. It is, like I said, it's holding up fairly well on the inner corner. It's just shearing out a bit, and I don't understand that one at all. It's not shearing out as much as the stuff across the lid, though. The stuff across the lid really seems to be kind of fading out fairly quickly, and I don't understand. So I'm kind of hoping that's just the shade or whatever. I'm going to be watching them for, well, you know, I'm going to watch them for It's New, but I'm also going to be watching them for other palettes so that I can try. So be looking for more of this coming. So overall, I would give the box a 3.5 to a 4 out of 5. It's good. It's a good box. There's too many things in there that I'm sort of middle of the road on. But I am giving it bonus points for including DD Signature. I would have preferred a different palette. That's just me. But at least I got to try them. And for me, that is very, very thrilling. And congratulations to Eyescream for getting... I think this is a brand that, while it is an indie brand and it is a smaller brand, it's one of the ones that gets a lot of chatter when people are talking about indie brands. So, and a lot of people really love them. So I'm really thrilled that I got to try them. I just would have preferred a different palette. I'm happy with the lip liner. You know, the BB Plus is fine. Just most of it was middle of the road, but I'm giving it bonus points for this palette, for being able to try this brand. Alrighty, so you'll have to let me know down below what you think of this month's box. I'm sorry I delayed it, but I think I had good reason. I love them. I love them. I love them. I'm going to be thrilled for months. For months. At any rate, you'll have to let me know what you think of this box. Have you subscribed to Eyescream? I would like to know if you have been interested in subscribing because of some of the boxes you've seen here, or if you're not doing it because of either money or because it's not customizable. I've been pretty happy with most of my stuff. For someone who's middle of the road skin tone and who loves color, I think it's a really, really good box. So you'll have to let me know down below if you're going to be interested in subscribing, or have subscribed, or won't be subscribing for whatever reason. And also, if you're going to be interested in purchasing any of the things from this month's box, I'd really love to hear it. If you don't want to tell me any of that stuff, just give me a purple heart. I'd love a purple heart. Engagement is what counts here. All right, so I hope you like what you've seen, and if you do, I hope you will go ahead and subscribe and share and like and do all those things. We would love it here. In the meantime, we are going to go ahead and we are going to sip our tea, and we're going to move on out of here. All right, so this has been in here for long enough. You should be ready. You should be full-flavored and full-bodied. All the things. She's blue. Interesting. Okay, so it's still on the edge of over sugared, but I don't feel like I'm getting much of these flavors. I don't really taste apple or lemon or raspberry at all. It's an okay tea. It's not a tea I'd repurchase. Hopefully I'll finish this up at some point, but it's not a tea I would repurchase. Well, that's just sad. We're doing a lot of middle of the road. That's a middle of the road tea. Okay, so we are going to get on out of here, and I am going to go and get on to editing. I've got my blue light glasses to edit. And yes, I got all 3 pairs for less than half of what I would spend on glasses before. Sunny. This is not an ad, folks. I swear to God. I am just utterly thrilled. At any rate, I love my girls. I love my dragonettes. Hope you have a good one.